Hey friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have decided that I would talk about gratitude. I chose gratitude because it is something that is so simple and we can all implement this into our daily lives, but yet still so few of us do it. Or we do it, but we're not consistent with it. So let's start off by talking about what gratitude is. Gratitude is simply a state of being grateful or a feeling of appreciation or thankfulness. Now, why is this so important? Well, it has been scientifically proven that it helps to make us happier people. It helps to enhance your emotional health. So if you are somebody who struggles with, negative self-talk or limiting beliefs, anxiety, depression, this being consistent with a gratitude routine can help to offset those emotions. It makes us more likable. So this one sounds a little bit funny, but it is 100% the truth. If you had to choose between a person who is negative, complaining, and jealous of everybody around them, or somebody who is happy, grateful, and smiling all the time, you would 100% choose the second person. And that's because the people who practice gratitude elevate their vibe, and that people then tend to gravitate towards those people. It also increases your self-esteem. You become more optimistic about everything, including yourself. And then lastly, it does help to improve your sleep and your physical health. So how can we start to implement gratitude into our daily lives? I'm going to go over 5 simple ways that you can help to include it into your life and into your family's life. So as a parent, I think that it's really important that you help to give your kids the tools that they need to build healthy habits that they can take with them for the rest of their lives. And unfortunately, these are things that are not taught in our schools. So it's our jobs as parents to really implement these simple tools that can help them forever. So the first way that we implement gratitude in our household is really simple. Every night at dinner, we, sit at the table, no electronics allowed, and we go around the table saying our highs and thankfuls for the day. And so a high could be, I got an A on my test. And a thankful could be, I'm thankful that we are able to share this nice meal together. It doesn't have to be something grand. It's just whatever the high of the day was for you and what was thankful. And then everybody goes around and says what their high and thankful is. This is not only showing them how to be appreciative of what they have, but it also helps to start conversation, which is another thing that I feel that we are lacking in today's day and age is conversation within the family or within your home. I am a mother of middle school to high school, 2 boys, and 9 out of 10 times if you ask your child how was their day at school, they would respond with fine. This kind of helps to just open up the floor and talk more in depth about their day. The second way that you can start to implement gratitude is by starting a gratitude journal. I am a huge advocate for journaling in general, but especially for gratitude journals. I do this every morning. It is part of my morning routine, and I usually get up before everybody else in the household, have a cup of coffee, and write down everything I'm grateful for. And this has helped me so much that I have implemented this for my kids as well. I actually bought just a couple of notebooks from Target. Very simple, not expensive. They're like 70 cents each. And then I just put a prompt in there for them. And so every morning when they get up and they're having breakfast, they write 2 things that they're grateful for, what their number 1 priority or project for the day is and why it's important for them to get that done. And then they finish with an affirmation to themselves. Again, it's building those positive habits, and it helps to get them started on just a good foot for the day. And you can switch the prompt based on your children's ages. Obviously, if you had somebody who was 5 years old, they're not going to do that extent of a journal entry. But it can work for kids as young as 5 years old. And the funny thing that I wanted to share about the gratitude journal is that I made these for the boys, and I didn't make one for my husband because he's grown and I didn't want to force anything on him. But once the kids were consistently doing their morning gratitude journal for a couple of weeks, my husband came to me and said, like, hey, can you make me one of those gratitude journals? So he has one too. And it's funny because it goes back to the whole, when other people see, you know, your vibe and feel that positive energy coming from you, they're going to want to know what you're doing and start to implement that in their life as well. So that was pretty cool. The other thing is a gratitude jar. So this is something that we do in our household, and this is a jar. It's just a big jar, and we put in little Post-it notes for things that we're grateful for throughout the year. So it could be like a family trip we went on, or somebody getting their driver's permit, or, you know, dad getting all A's this semester, things like that. And then at the end of the year, we go through the jar and we just sit around and read off everything that we were grateful for that year. And it triggers like our memory to things that we may have forgotten about. Like, wow, look at all these things we did this year, how grateful we are for these things. And it's really a cool experience. And I recommend it to any family. The other thing that you can do is practice a gratitude meditation. There are tons of gratitude meditations that you can find on YouTube that really just help you to focus and be mindful on everything that you should be thankful for, from waking up, being alive, your breath. They're really great, and they range in time, so you don't have to be like a 30-minute meditator to do one of those. And then the last thing that I would recommend is a gratitude letter. So that is something that you can simply do. I know not many of us write letters by hand anymore, but it's a great way to just let out, you know, your emotions, being thankful for everything that you have to be grateful for. To, let's say, for example, you wanted to write a gratitude letter to your sister. You could say, I am so thankful for A, B, and C. So simple, won't take you very much time. But it will bring you joy just as much as it will bring her joy. So maybe next time you are sort of down, try that out. Write a letter, send it out, and I guarantee you that recipient of the letter will be so happy. So those are my tips for the day. I hope that you guys got something out of this, and I look forward to talking to you next Monday. Have a great week. If you like what you heard today, please like and subscribe to my channel. Talk to you soon.